Hi, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the Mayor's Minute. I'm Heather Louise Finch, Director of Communications for the Town of Zebulon, and your host for this series. In our first episode, Mayor Jessica Daniels Harrison and I started the conversation about Zebulon's growth and the exciting opportunities ahead for our community. Today, we are picking up right where we left off as the mayor shares more about her vision for Zebulon, what smart growth means for our town, and how we continue building a community where families can live, work, and enjoy life together. Let's jump back into the conversation.
My goal, honestly, is for us to build a community where you don't want to go out of our community, where you can have arts, you can have entertainment that is maybe not easy to get around, but you have different avenues of transportation, walkability, infrastructure improvement so that there's not as much congestion. We know that we are a work in progress, but building a community where our residents and our visitors can come in and feel comfortable about being within our community and have a good time in a place where they also want to bring their families and their kids and their out-of-town guests. I'm just very excited because I know that there's so much opportunity for us right now.
So it sounds like you're talking about smart growth.
Yes.
So what does smart growth mean to you for Zebulon?
For me, smart growth means getting the right people at the table, hearing the vision of our community, of our residents, and growing in a way that makes sense for Zebulon. Everyone, you can grow. You have different municipalities within North Carolina, within, the United States. And every municipality, every town grows and they do what's best for that community. And I want us to take a moment to look at our plans and ensure that our growth aligns with who we are as a community. And understand it doesn't have to look like neighboring communities or communities that, we've not ever been to before, but it must speak to who we are as Zebulon.
So you've also talked about youth and investing in our youth in the community. What are you going to be doing as mayor to help invest in our youth in Zebulon?
What I really want to do and what I'm going to do is bring our youth to the table. I was speaking to a young man the other day at a basketball game, and he was saying, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Zebulon doesn't have anything to do. And I'm like, we have things to do for the youth. And he goes, well, I don't want to do this and I want to do that. And I said, you know what? That is exactly why we are starting our youth council. We want to bring our youth to the table so that they can help navigate the conversations that relate to them. What do they want to do? Why do they want to do it? But not just about recreation or sports, but we really want our youth to understand government, to understand what it takes, to understand partnerships and infrastructure, and all the things that it takes to run a municipality. And so that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to bring them to the table, get their ideas, and we're going to ensure that we're educating them so they can understand what it takes to do the things that they want to do.
What kind of opportunities would you love to see expanded for Zebulon students and families?
A high school. That is the one thing that I think we all want really bad is our own high school. And I've recently had an opportunity to speak with our school system. And so we are getting there. And I'm very glad to have had some very good conversations with them. We are in need of more space and more opportunity for our kids to have a comfortable learning environment. Our schools right now, we have one of our schools are capped. And that's because of the growth that we have. Right now, what I want to see for our families are comfortable places for them to learn, comfortable places for them to be educated. We have an amazing library within the town. Our Parks and Rec department, they do a great job building programs for youth and for our families. And so what I want to see is an expansion of those things. We're already doing a great job in it, but expanding on more opportunities where families can do things together. I am a firm believer that healthy families bring healthy communities. And whatever the family dynamics look like, whatever we can do to provide resources so that our families are healthy and thriving, that will turn into a healthy and thriving community.
You're putting the nail on the head because we're at such the peak of growth I know I've heard conversations where we might double in size over the next 10 to 15 years,
Yeah.
which is crazy. So you're right. It sounds like you're laying the foundation for the future. And tell me about that. What is it like laying the foundation for the future of Zebulon?
You know, honestly, laying the foundation, what I will say is that Zebulon has a strong foundation. We have a strong foundation. We have people that have worked so hard in the past to make our community what it is today. And I have so much respect and I honor those people. So building on the foundation that has already been laid, for me, that means making smart choices, bringing the right people to the table. Let me tell you, we have such an incredible staff that works for our town that the vision that the community wants, our staff is working hard to bring that vision to life. And I know that sometimes it seems like it's taking a longer time. We know that we want more restaurants in Zebulon. Hey, we need more restaurants. Come on. More places to eat, so we know that we want to do those things. We know we want to have more opportunities, and we have an incredible group of people that's working hard to hear from our community, to hear from the board, because we are advocates for the community, so that we all can go out, work collaboratively, and bring those things and those opportunities to our town.
And so that brings me to ask, because I know you hear it all the time, so how do you navigate when people are asking, well, we would like to keep that small town feel. So how do you navigate that with growth?
So small town growth is really, it can be subjective when you talk about smart growth versus keeping that small town charm. I want to ensure that, small town charm is also equipped with collaboration with our partners. We have to have partnerships with Department of Transportation because they own the majority of the roads within our municipality. We have to have partnerships with our state and federal elected officials because we want them to know who we are, but we also want them to understand where we're trying to go. I think that when you think about small town charm, it's all about the people within the community. As long as the partnerships that we're bringing and the people that are within our community and come into our community understand who we are, and who we are, all that's going to do is take education. Come to our Citizens Academy. It's an amazing opportunity for people to learn more about Zebulon. Come to our board meetings. Come learn who we are. That is how we keep our small town charm, by being invested in our small town.
Coming to the board meetings. Mm-hmm. So tell me, how, as a citizen, would I sign up to attend the board meetings? Just come and speak at it.
To come and speak at a board meeting, you have to sign up at least 10 minutes before the board meeting starts, so by 5:50, or you can email a quote or a statement to our town clerk to be read during public comment section.
Great. And board meetings are open to the public?
Yes. All board meetings are open to the public.
Except the closed sessions.
Except the ones that are not open. They're closed. Except the ones that are closed are always open to the public. And there's always notices that go out. We have things that hang up in town hall. It's typically on our social media platforms. So we make sure that the public does know. And we have YouTube. And we have an incredible communications person that does amazing things for our town and make sure that we're up to date on all our communications. So yeah, and we want you to attend our board meetings. I love to look out and see our gallery chambers filled with residents and partners and visitors from our community.
So what do you want the residents to feel about the future of Zebulon?
Safe. I want the residents of Zebulon to feel safe. And that means a lot of different things. Safe in public safety. But let me just speak to our police department. Kudos. Okay, I won't go down the rabbit hole of our police department, but just know I think we have an incredible police department, great leaders. And so when I say safe, I mean safe in every aspect of living. I want people that live within our community to have the resources they need, the infrastructure they need, every tool that you could possibly have to live a comfortable life. I want them to have access and to feel feel safe enough within our community to go out and get the things that they need, and to know that it is all there within the community. And if it's not there, then we have the resources to get them there. And I think that's what makes people feel home and safe. Hey, Eastern Wake County, I'm Jessica Daniels Harrison. I'm the mayor of Zebulon, but I am a champion for all of us. I am looking forward to continuing the vision of those that have laid the foundation of Zebulon. I will continue to work hard to lead us into a more prosperous, a community that feels like home for everyone within our community. Myself as well as our board are working hard to align our vision with the needs of our community. And we're going to do that the best way we can using the resources that we currently have and those that we know are coming to us. Thank you so much for your investment in our community. Thank you so much for your investment in Zebulon. And I look forward to continuing to lead this great community for the next 4 years.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Mayor's Minute, and thank you to Mayor Jessica Daniels Harrison for continuing the conversation about Zebulon's future. I'm Heather Louise Finch, and it was a pleasure to be with you today. I look forward to seeing you next time on the Mayor's Minute.